So I'm going to send you a snippet of, or this little video based on how to compute your grade and how you could determine what your grade is, okay? So your final grade is a combination of your completion of 4 tests. So as you can see here, I have test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4. Then you have the department final, that's the 150-point one. Your PI completion is about 400 points of your grade. Class participation, that's attending class, and that is perhaps if we do like a quick checkpoint, like the quiz we did, uh, anything we do in class, basically I'm throwing under class participation, so I'm sort of sweeping it into that rug. The weighted value of this, because all of your work is weighted, for example, each test is weighted at 10%, which is basically it's 100 divided by 1,000, and that's how I get the 10%. So you can see the 10% here. The department final is 150 points out of 1,000, and so that's 15%. Your PI completion is 40% of your grades, which is why I keep harping, please get the PI done as high or as close to 298 as possible. And again, class of participation is about 5% of your grade, and it's you showing up and doing what you're supposed to be doing. As you can see, the grand total here is 1, which is, or stands for, basically 100%. So if I were to take this column and copy it here, so I'm going to just show you using the percentage sign. So I don't know what just happened there, so let me get out of there. So what I'm trying to get at here, so let me just do it this way. If I look at this column in terms of percents, that's how your grade is calculated, okay? So for example, how to determine your grade, and this is no mystery. So this is your grades. Okay, now this is a hypothetical example. It's not any one particular student. And when I say it's your grade, I mean you as an individual have varied numbers. So the numbers I'm going to use are arbitrary, but I'm going to throw them in here so you can understand how to compute your grade. So basically, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say that this is equal to whatever you score on your test. So let's say your test score is over here, and that is going to get multiplied times 10%, which is here, okay? And so just as an example, if this is the grade you received on test 1, just as a quick example, let's say you get a 90, you see how that gives you now 9 points? So this is a column that you're going to be able to use, because I'm going to send you this little template. Just use just this column, the yellow, and your grade, your final grade is actually here. And I'm going to post this in green. So this will be your final grade to date. So let me give you a hypothetical. So this is you, student, XYZ, and this student has done test 1 and 2 thus far. They don't have a grade for these two. They haven't obviously taken the department final, but they have completed about 85% of the PI. So in that case, we're looking at, let me see, go back, make sure I copy this down. Alright, so you see right now that person has accumulated 9 points, 8 points, 34 points, of which this completely sums up to 51 points. They've attended all classes thus far, and let's assume that this is somebody who has already finished the term. So you know what, let me do it this way. I'll give you somebody who has completed the term. So they get an 80% on that, so they get 120 points or so. Alright, and they attended all class, because they're a good student. So that's an example of how the grade is calculated. Alright, so this person scored a 90% on test 1, test 2 80, test 3 80, test 4 they bombed it, they got a 60. They take the department final and they get 120 points out of 150. They finish 85% of the pie and they attend all classes. This person earned an 85%. So what you can do right now is I've given you your pie completion, so you can literally drop your grades in. So let's say you got 100 on test 1, so you earned 10 points, right? As you can see there. I have a student who earned 100 on test 1, 100 on test 2. They still haven't done these two, and they have 100% of the pie completed. So they have all 400 topics completed. So actually, excuse me, so they have 100% here. So once they complete the department final, let's assume they get a nice score, alright, and they've attended all classes, and let's pretend that they get 100 on these two exams. That person could potentially have 105%. Alright? Which is strange, because it should be at a perfect 100%. So it's probably off by a bit. Let me see, maybe I'm doing something wrong. No, I'm not. Yep, so there's a little 5% gift there for you. Alright, so you get the idea, I hope. So, oh, that's what it is. This is 20. So this person, if they completed the department final with 100%, now they're short. No, that doesn't make sense. That's 15% of the pie. So let me see. Yeah, so whatever grade you get, so that they got 100, they would drop. So let's say they got a 120, they're there. Okay? So drop in, take a look, drop in your grades to date, and then you can figure out what you're going to need to get your final grade. It's very simple. Okay? It should help you a little bit. So again, 10% for each of the tests. The department finals were 15% of your grade. The pie completion is 40% of your grade. Your class participation, which is basically attendance, is 50% or 50 points, or 5% of your grade, because this is out of 1,000 points. Okay. So I hope this helps you understand how the grading is done, and you can, as I said, you just change these numbers only, and then you'll see your values there. It'll automatically populate. Okay? Alright. And that's something that I'm going to make sure that syllabus is concurrent on, because I think that's the best option for us. Thank you.